and currently she lives both in the UK, in Nottingham, and Malaysia, and she travels in between the two countries, and she's involved in ESOL training for adult learners.
Yes, thank you, Nina. So Nina, she has been teaching adults for 10 years, for the past 10 years in Brunei, Czech Republic. She's been running courses for ladies without using course book, which I think is simply brilliant. She's an excellent event organizer and a terrific networker, both locally in her area and also internationally. So that's why I got to know her, because she's so famous on Facebook. Mainly because I think of that presence, on Facebook and YouTube videos, and you should check out her YouTube videos.
So our talk is going to be within the frame of CPD, Continuous Professional Development, and we are hoping to inspire you to do something similar, like we have been doing, to work internationally. So I hope that's why you're here, yeah? So why CPD?
Okay, to me CPD, Continuous Professional Development, is so important, especially for tired teachers. So after 16 years of teaching, what else can we do? Every day going to the classroom, same routine, same syllabus, so what do you do? So of course it's very important to keep you motivated, to keep you updated with new knowledge. So for me, there are different types of CPD. So you can come, you can do reading, you can attend workshop, you can attend seminars, conferences like this. However, the type of CPD event that we want to promote is actually developing professionally through international cooperation with colleagues from different countries. And believe me, they are really, really easy to do.
So what you can expect in our talk is we will tell you a little bit more about the projects we have been working on together. But before that, we would like to give you a quick overview, about 2 to 3 minutes, of our professional background, so you understand better where we are coming from, and also later give you a few tools that we have been using, very, very simple tools, and that have worked for us. And let me just say that we are extremely excited to be here because she came all the way from Malaysia.
16 hours of flight just to be here.
And this is only, maybe you read about this, this is only our second time meeting in real life, and we have been working together for 4 years, so very exciting time for us.
Okay.
So, you want to say something about you?
About me, right? Thank you very much, Nina. There's nothing much about me really. But
Oh yeah,
we just have to see the picture. Those are not mine. No. So firstly, I'm going to talk to you about the 4 different roles. Women have many roles, and sometimes they go crazy. So those are 4 important roles for me. Firstly, I'm a mom, a mother of those children. Can you count? So 7 children altogether. 3 boys, 4 girls. And they are simply brilliant because I can't be doing my work, traveling between 2 countries without them understanding what I do. And of course I'm a wife, so that's a very handsome man there. Now in Malaysia, and which is basically the reason why I'm so passionate about working using technology. Because simply with technology you can manage, your work and your family better. So you could be sitting in one morning, you're doing emails while cooking, while doing laundry. You know how it is. Your moms will know all this. So that to me is the basic motivation why I want to do this. And then secondly, as an academician and researcher, I did my PhD in teaching English as a second language in University of Nottingham. So that is actually in Cambridge, where I presented some papers. And this is where I've lived for the past 6 years. And it has been great because in the UK, technology is almost, you just don't think about it as technology. two types of places and two different groups of teachers to work with, and that is, I think, the most important, yeah, when you have international cooperation. But most importantly of all those, I'm just a teacher like you, yeah, and I'm also a teacher trainer. I've been teaching for almost 16 years now. It has been great. Yeah, sundown, you know how it is. Sundown time, when you feel very, very cheerful and happy. I have also started teaching online via webinars, online seminar. Yeah, so this is one of it, where we do preparing for IELTS for our students in Malaysia. Yeah, so with webinars, it is a very interesting way to do. Apart from that, I love meeting people. I love trying out new things, and I love anything with technology, and I love collaborating with different people, because I think that's where your creativity comes in. Yeah? So if you just do your work within your bubble, nothing much happens. So, yeah. And especially if you meet a person like Nina.
And she's too modest. She's forgetting to say what a great visionary she is, and a very well respected supporter of working mothers in Malaysia. She's very famous on Facebook in Malaysia herself. Yeah. Okay, I have also chosen 4 roles. Very difficult, because the other day when I wrote them down, there were about 16. So 4, I chose these 4. Okay, so I have kids too. No husband. Okay, so that also means that it's quite challenging to juggle and balance working and personal life. And Lily, she's 4 and a half, and she has already been Skyping with her kids, learning English the natural way, singing songs to each other. It's just perfect. And of course, I'm an English teacher. I have been teaching in Brno for the past 10 years as a freelancer. I run my own courses, and I am also a language coach. I like to coach people individually via Skype. And to be able to do all this, I consider myself an entrepreneur, businesswoman. These days, quite a popular word, mompreneur. Yeah, mother entrepreneur. Has anybody heard this word, mompreneur? Completely new? Okay, all you ladies who have kids, you mompreneurs. And so I have been trying to run my business. I have many roles within that: marketer, video maker, admin, director of studies, all that in one. And yeah, a driver too. I drove her here today. Okay, and most of all, I love socializing and networking with people, so I picked this role as well, because I love organizing events for my students and the international community of Brno. So I organize so-called English Brno pub nights. We have usually about 60, 70, 80 people. We now book whole clubs, and we have sometimes a DJ, sometimes a band, or we just socialize and have fun. And yeah, that's about it. That was 4.
Yeah. But I think what Nina forgot to mention is just that developing yourself, on social media is actually not easy but manageable. It can be done. So I think that's why I'm attracted to her, because the way she portrayed herself, the way she developed, the presence on social media, which is very important if you want to survive as a freelancer or as a So I think that is another reason I'm easily attracted to the kind of work that she does, and I think which is not very common in Malaysia. Women don't do that. I mean, you don't simply go on Facebook and put your work on there, no. So I think so that's why I think we are. And how can you not love a teacher like this? Love laughter.
Okay, so let's get into how we met online. We met 4 years ago, spring 2010, through a program called EOT, because we were both interested in this program. This program helps to build confidence in students, especially because of practicing lots of speaking skills. And we were so infatuated by this that we started our own PLN. This is share our story here. So we often meet on Skype and Facebook, not regularly, it just happens when we decide on Facebook, okay, this is the time to meet, and just share or support, or when we are down or we want to share something exciting from our work. We meet on Skype and Facebook and it works really well, except for when it's midnight at my place, it's 6 o'clock. I usually Skype at night, 6 o'clock in the morning, so it doesn't go so well. But other than that, we just have to meet face to face, right? So the first time we met, this was 1.5 years into our cooperation, and we only met for 3 hours. She came down to Bristol from Nottingham. I flew in because I was staying with a friend in Bristol, and I flew in. This is my daughter, 1.5, and these are your daughters, yeah? So only girls. And second time,
because we can't fit the picture if everybody is in.
And second time this week, yeah? This is a picture we took yesterday with my students. And let's see what happens after meeting for 10 days. Because before, we're going to show you now what happened after the 3 hours, yeah? So do you want to say something about that?
So after that 3 hours, what we decided to do is, because Nina's personality, she's so vibrant on Skype, it's like she's there, in the classroom. So you should watch the video, because we've got the video uploaded on YouTube. I decided to connect Nina to, this is the first project that we did, which is a Malay university, and these are teacher trainees, so they are training to become teachers, and the problems that they have is communicating with confidence, which I'm sure every second language speakers have that. So they've been saying to me, oh, we don't have the environment, to speak English. You don't speak English in Malaysia, because people will say, why you speak English? You use your L1, So that has been the problem, and I said, okay, let's try this. Invite Nina on Skype, and they love it because it's just like.
Not only they loved it, I loved it. Okay, because they were so excited, and I get excited students, but not like this. They were screaming, they were singing for us. That's so beautiful. So beautiful.
So if you ask me, the only difference of Skype teaching and real face-to-face is just you're not there. But of course there are some pedagogy, some approaches that you need to learn, how you portray yourself. But I think it's workable. It can be done. And imagine Nina is in Brno and we were in Malaysia that time, so it was like,
So what was the feedback? Did you get
yes, and some of the feedback that they told me, some of the students said, wow, excellent way of speaking, excellent way of practicing speaking. Why haven't any teachers thought about this before? And technology is just like everywhere. And this is the university with the biggest funding of all. Universities normally have lots of funding, and they were saying that rather than bringing native teachers or international teachers coming over, which can take a lot of preparation and time, why don't we simply pay them? Of course we do pay. I do pay Nina. I did pay Nina.
She does.
No, because we don't want to do things for free. The idea is to build this way approaches. So yes, they love it. So the second one, after that, what happened? After the success with the Malay University, I brought her to the government offices in Langkawi Island.
She brought me to an island.
Yes. Of course, we have to bring her
For real.
For real. But these government officers who have been working in the tourism office, and they need to be talking to international to tourists, talking about describing the places, promoting the holiday packages, and they say, "Ooh, we don't go to real tourists, outside,
And their English is not very good.
Quite,
Ministry of Tourism. On Langkawi.
Which is the kind of problem that we normally have, because we don't really interact, we don't have the chance to speak in English. So when I did this, they were saying, wow, brilliant again, why is it not happening in real life? Why are you not doing this? I said, okay, this is the first adventure. So we try to do this. And this place is, if you look at the facilities, very good. They have white smart board, which very expensive. So that's why this is,
mention what I do bringing Anita into my lessons. I only have one big slide here because it's quite representative. This is in my classroom. I teach small groups, 5 to 6 ladies usually, and I have a screen on the board, and they found it so exotic, of course, talking to Anita. But what we thought was very funny was when Anita said, "I am coming to Brno, such an exotic place." And Bratislava, where is this? But tell me more about. So we were sharing, and of course for them to meet somebody from a completely different background, yeah, with 7 children, and just asking about Brno being exotic was exotic itself. And on Tuesday, because this happened 3 weeks ago, on Tuesday is their final lesson. So Anika will be there with us, and you will be cooking with us.
Yes, I'll be cooking curry, chicken curry and rice. So everybody invite them now.
And she doesn't know, but she will have to be like this. She won't be cooking. She has to use her mouth to taste, but also give, of course, give instructions. Yeah, that's the point, because it's a lesson. That's my favorite lesson, of course, because I don't have to do anything and I just get called to the table. It's perfect.
I think that's a new definition of an English teacher or English instructor. Not doing anything, just doing anything. That's very good. Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about some tools that we use. Well, you can guess now, right? What tools are we using? Skype. What else? Webcam. Okay, webcam. That camera, because we need that for Malaysia. They don't believe it that she's here. You know, that she flew all the way here.
It's so true. Yeah. Okay, alright. So I'm sure all of you must have Facebook account, yeah?
Who doesn't have a Facebook account?
Yay! And I'm sure for most of you are also very familiar with Skype, yeah, free. The only thing I think is just that we don't normally use Skype for professional reason, yeah? We do Skype for family. And that was my experience, because when I was away in England, I need to speak to my mother. So the only way, cheap way, I'm free, yeah, and it's free, we connect on Skype. So that's when I thought, wow, you know, this can actually be used for teaching, training, demo, whatever, yeah. So Skype is one of my things. So now, apart from that, this is our Facebook group, yeah, for the students
From
the university, yeah. So I created this Facebook group, which is it's a closed group, and Nina will come in and give some links, yeah, some questions, so
And
they get.
support them after the Skype. Yeah, they were very happy that I was in the group, so I was just practicing the writing skills with them, basically.
And
we
you
get
know,
very personal.
that's right. And you know, sometimes students are intimidated to come to speak to teachers, yeah, in front. So for me, Facebook group is quite a perfect tool if you want to invite your students and come and give comments.
I use Facebook groups as well. I don't know if you ever use Facebook groups for your private groups, yeah, of a small number or maybe 20 students. I think it's the best way to interact asynchronously whenever someone has time, yeah, because so we don't have to do everything in class.
That's true.
Okay.
The next one is, of course, Skype. So
You spoke a lot about that.
about Skype. But one thing I want to mention, the only thing about Skype is time difference, yeah. But I think we need to be flexible with that. Sometimes when I was just in the kitchen preparing something, Nina is online, can I just speak to her? You know, I think that's important, because you want to make it work, so you have to try and make it work. I think that's very important.
What about quality? That's what I find that's a problem. You're getting paid or not, and you're supposed to do a lesson, and the technology doesn't work. How do you get around that?
That has happened to me, but the students are always very, they understand that this happens, and we postpone the lesson, reschedule, yeah. We are both in the same situation, so sometimes I don't have electricity at home.
Yes, that is so true. Of course, anything, you know, dealing with technology shown you through our stories that it can easily be done, even for a mom with 7 children. So it can be done. And I hope that you continue collaborating, you continue developing your friendship on Facebook and in Skyping, because it is really, really possible. Keep connecting, keep sharing, keep collaborating, because it can be done if you know how to do it.
And I think I definitely wouldn't be able to do what I believe I'm good at locally if it wasn't for the fact that I work internationally, because then I have a better feeling that I'm part of something bigger, and I can see what's happening in other countries through the local teachers, through their eyes, you know, and that itself is just priceless, because I believe we are all united in our differences, and that just makes the world more beautiful. So what I gain from this cooperation that we have just been telling you about is also companionship and support for each other, and we wouldn't trade that for anything in the world, right? So, Anita from Malaysia?
Nina from Brno.
Yes, we have, but we didn't know actually that we only had 30 minutes.